Raj found 10,000 credits on the street. No wallet, no ID, just cash wrapped in a lottery ticket. He checked the numbers that night. 2 million credits. Winner. Now here's the question that kept him awake for 3 days. Was he stealing from someone who didn't even know they were rich? Let me tell you how this happened, and why it matters more than you think. Raj worked the night shift at a call center in Gurgaon. Same route home every morning. 6 a.m., empty streets, cigarette vendors setting up their stalls. That Tuesday felt like every other Tuesday, until he saw the envelope. Thick brown envelope, lying next to a bus stop. No name, no address, just cash inside. He counted them twice. 20 notes of 500, 10,000 credits. Raj looked around. Empty street. The only witness was a stray dog who didn't seem interested in moral dilemmas. His first thought wasn't about keeping it. It was about his sister Ronnie. Her college fees, due next week, 10,000 short. But here's where it gets complicated, because underneath the money, Raj found something else. A lottery ticket, crumpled like an afterthought. He almost threw it away. That night, Raj couldn't focus at work. The envelope sat in his locker. 10,000 credits. He'd worked extra shifts for months to save that much. And here it was, just found. During his lunch break, he looked up the lottery results on his phone. The ticket was a winner. 2 million credits. Raj stared at the screen for 10 minutes, read the numbers again, checked the ticket again. Same digits, same date. Someone had thrown away 2 million credits without knowing it. Now let's pause here, because this is where most people think the story gets simple. Found money, no owner, keep it. Easy choice. But Raj couldn't stop thinking about the person who lost it. What if they were like him, working double shifts, counting every credit? What if that 10,000 was their rent money, their medicine money, their daughter's school fees? And here's the question that broke his sleep. If someone loses 2 million credits and doesn't even know it, do they deserve to lose it? If you're thinking this through with me, you might want to subscribe, because we're about to get into territory where there are no clean answers. Raj tried everything to find the owner. Posted on local Facebook groups, asked shopkeepers near the bus stop, checked with the lottery office if they could trace ticket sales. Nothing. 3 days passed. Ronnie called about college fees. The deadline was tomorrow. That's when Raj made his first compromise with his conscience. He used the 10,000 for Ronnie's fees, told himself he'd return it once he found the owner. The lottery ticket? He kept that separate, untouched. But weeks passed. No one came looking for lost money. No missing person posts about lottery tickets. Raj started to rationalize. Maybe the person who lost it was rich. Maybe 10,000 meant nothing to them. Maybe they bought that lottery ticket as a joke and forgot about it. Maybe they didn't deserve 2 million if they were careless enough to lose it. But late at night, Raj thought about something else. What if the person who lost this money was exactly like him? What if they were saving for something important? What if this lottery ticket was their one shot at changing their life? Here's what haunted him. By keeping the money, was he stealing from someone's desperation? Or was he finally getting the break he deserved? 2 months later, Raj was walking the same route home, same bus stop, and he saw something that changed everything. An old man, maybe 70, searching through the garbage bin next to the bus stop. Raj stopped, asked if he'd lost something. The old man looked up. "My son sent me money from my surgery. I lost it somewhere around here 2 months ago. 10,000 credits. I come here every few days hoping." There was a lottery ticket with it, probably worthless, but it was the last thing my late wife bought. I kept it for sentimental reasons. Raj felt his stomach drop. This wasn't some rich person who wouldn't miss the money. This was someone's father, someone's husband, someone who'd been looking for his lost hope for 2 months. And that lottery ticket, the one worth $2 million, it wasn't just money, it was memory. Now here's where I want to ask you something, because what Raj did next, I'm not sure there was a right answer. He could tell the old man about the money, but he'd already spent it. He could tell him about the lottery ticket, but was it fair to give someone hope about money they might not be able to prove was theirs? Or he could walk away. Let the old man keep searching, keep the lottery ticket, use the money for his own family's future. This is where the story gets interesting. Because a long time ago, there was a philosopher who talked about this exact dilemma. John Rawls called it the veil of ignorance. Imagine you don't know if you're Raj or the old man. You don't know if you're the finder or the loser. What rule would you want society to follow? If you were behind that veil, not knowing which person you'd be, what would be fair? But here's what Rawls didn't account for. What if both people deserve the money for different reasons? Raj worked hard, saved every credit, found money that someone else lost through carelessness. Doesn't effort deserve reward? The old man lost his hope, searches for it every day, needs surgery, misses his wife. Doesn't grief deserve comfort? Raj made his choice. He told the old man he'd heard about someone finding money in the area a few months ago. Gave him a phone number, his own. That night, Raj called the old man, said he was the person who found the envelope. He had good news and complicated news. Good news, I found your money and your lottery ticket. Complicated news, I spent the money on my sister's education. But the lottery ticket, it won 2 million credits. The old man was quiet for a long time. Then he said, "Son, you could have kept it all. No one would have known. The fact that you called me, that means more than the money." Because this isn't really a story about money. It's about what we owe each other when life gives us choices between our needs and someone else's pain. Kant would say, lying is always wrong. So Raj should have returned everything immediately, even if it hurt his family. A utilitarian would say, maximize happiness. So keeping the money for education might have been better than giving it to someone for surgery. But both of those answers feel incomplete. Remember how this started? Raj found money and asked if he was stealing from someone who didn't know they were rich. Turns out the real question was different. He was choosing between being honest about something that could destroy his family's future, or being compassionate about something that could save a stranger's life. And maybe that's not a choice anyone should have to make. 6 months later, the old man had his surgery. Raj's sister graduated. They still talk sometimes. But Raj told me something interesting. He said he still walks a different route home, because he's afraid of finding something else. Not because he doesn't want the money, but because he doesn't want to face that choice again. So here's what I'm wondering. When life puts someone else's loss in your hands, what do you owe them? What do you owe yourself? And what do you owe the truth? There's no clean answer to this one, but drop your thoughts in the comments. If you were Raj, what would you have done? And more importantly, what would you have done if the lottery ticket was worthless? If stories like this make you think about choices you hope you never have to make, subscribe for more impossible dilemmas. Next time, Ronnie gets offered her dream job, but she has to lie in the interview about something that could disqualify her. The lie won't hurt anyone, except her. Sometimes the hardest choices aren't between right and wrong. They're between two rights that can't coexist.